Good morning everyone, I hope you're all well. We're going to start by doing our maths lesson today, and we're going to start by looking at our smartboard. So I'm just going to share my screen with you so you can see it, and we're going to look at our learning objective. Now our learning objective today is I can begin to use the language of maths, and we'll talk more about what that word means when we look at our mathematic vocabulary. Okay, let's start with our starter activity. So, which car is the smallest and which car is the biggest? When we look at these two cars, we can see that they are the same, but they are different sizes. One is small and one is big. Have a look. Which one do you think is the biggest and which one is the smallest? Tell your adult. That's right, it is this one. Oh, this one here is the biggest. We can see it is bigger than this one here. When we are comparing the size, this one is the smallest, okay? And the next one here says which rocket is the tallest and which rocket is the shortest. When we look at tallest, we see how tall something is, if it's higher up, and how short something is. Let's have a look. See which one you can see is the tallest and which one is the shortest. Tell your adult. That's right, well done. This rocket is taller than this rocket when we compare the size. This one is the shortest, okay? So instead of using big and little, we are using tall and short. We're not using the words big and little all the time. We are using new words to describe and compare the size of the mass, okay? Let's have a look at the next one. Which road is the longest and which road is the shortest? Okay, so longest is the furthest apart, so the longest one, the one that goes further, and the shortest. Have a look, tell your adult and see which one you think is the longest and the shortest. Again, these are new words. We're not using big and little anymore. We're using new words like longest and shortest. Tell your adult. That's right, this one here is the longest. It goes the further along our page, and this one only goes a little bit across our page, so this is the shortest when we are comparing the items. Okay, let's have a look at our mass vocabulary today. So we're going to look at the word mass. A mass is the amount of an object. We are measuring the mass of different items and comparing them, so we have just done that already in our starter activity. Next, capacity. Capacity is a measure of how much something can hold before it comes full. Okay, let's have another look at our learning objective today. We are going to begin to use the language of mass. So today we're going to have a look at the words heaviest and lightest. Let's have a look at what we're meant to do today. So this is Miss Beach, and Miss Beach has one pan. Let's look at the items below. Can we decide which items below are heavier than the pan and which items are lighter than the pan? Okay, so think about a pan's weight, how much that pan would weigh. The first item here is a book. Now books are quite heavy. Now I've just got a little pan that I'm going to show you in a minute, and I think the book might be a little bit heavier than the pan. So I'm going to move my book into this box here. The next one is a toy car. Now I think the toy car will be lighter than the pan. Lighter. I don't think it will weigh as much as the pan. When I feel the car, I think it won't weigh as much. It will be lighter than the pan. So I'm going to move it to our lighter circle there. Our next one is a piece of pasta. Now pieces of pasta are very light indeed. They hardly weigh anything when we feel it. Okay, so again, I think it's going to be lighter than our pan. Okay, I'm going to switch to my screen again now because I'm going to show you how we can check if we are right and if they are lighter or heavier. Now I know at home you won't have one of these balancing scales, okay? But I'm just thought I'd show you so we can check if we were right and if by saying one was heavier or lighter. Now this here is called a balancing scale. You might have used one of these in nursery or in our school already. So these are very special scales because they tell us when something is lighter or heavier. And they do that by going up and down. So if I had an object, so for example, if I had my toy car and I had it in this side, oh, can you see what had just happened? This side here went down, and it went down because it was the heaviest side, okay? This side here has got nothing in it, it is empty. So this side is the lightest side. But if I was to put something in here, let's have a look, put a ball in, it hasn't moved. So that still tells me that the toy car is still the heaviest because it's at the bottom, it's down, and this side is up. Okay, so the ball is up because it is the lightest. When they are in the middle like this, that shows me the weight is the same or a similar weight. Okay, so let's go on to what we were doing on our side. So Miss Vici had one pan, so I'm going to put my pan in this side here. Let's see if it'll fit. Oh, just about, there we go. Now she had a piece of pasta. Now my piece of pasta is here, and I'm going to put it in this side, and we said that I said that the piece of pasta was lighter. Okay, so let's see if we are right. Did it move? No. So that shows me that the pan is down and the pasta is up on my scales. So the pan is heavier than the piece of pasta. Okay, right. We did say that the toy car was next. Let's have a look at the toy car. Let's put the toy car in. Oh, did it move? No, it didn't move. So again, that shows me that the toy car is lighter and the pan is heavier because it's at the bottom. Okay, let's try one more. Oh, the book. Now this book is quite a small book, but it weighs quite a bit because it's a board book. Okay, I do think that this book might weigh more than the pan. Shall we see? I might have to balance it on top. Are we ready? Ooh. What has just happened? My phone has come out a little bit there. What has just happened? This is telling us something different now. This side is now down and this side is now up. So this is telling us that the book is heavier than the pan and the pan is lighter. So our predictions earlier when we were sorting the items were correct. Okay, let's have a look at our next slide. Let me see if I can find it again. Oh, let's have a look. Oh, there we go. We've done Miss Beach. Let's see who's next. Mrs. Jagger. Mrs. Jagger has one banana. Look at the items below. Which items are heavier than Mrs. Jagger's banana and which are lighter? Okay, so we need to decide a banana. Let me have a look. I've got my banana right here. Oh, it does weigh quite a bit. So if I was to get my pencil, well, I've got a pen today. So if I was to get my pencil, I think when I feel both items that the pencil is lighter. So I'm going to put this in the lighter box here in the lighter circle. Next is a piece of pasta. Again, I think a pasta doesn't weigh much, but I will just check when I hold it in my hands. Yep, I think the pasta is definitely going to be lighter than the banana. So I'm going to put that in that circle there, the lighter side. Okay, the next one is a ball. So I've got my ball here. This ball here doesn't weigh much. It's only a ball pull ball. So I think it is lighter. So I'm going to put that in that circle there. Shall we check it again? Let's go back onto my screen and we will check. Let me have a look. There we are again. Let's see if we were there. If we come back on. Right, I've got my scales again. Let's move all my items to the side. So let's see if you can see it. Oh, let's move my screen down one more time like that. Oh, my scales have just come off. Just knocked them off. Let's put them back on again. There we go. Fab. Can you all see them? So again, Mrs. Jagger had one banana. So we're going to put that in this side. Oh, there we go. It's very heavy, that banana. And she had the first item, sorry, I've just dropped it, was a pencil, wasn't it? So I've got a pen, which is a similar weight. So I'm going to put my pen in this side. What's happened now? we can see the banana is down and the pen is up in the air. It's gone like that, hasn't it? So the banana is the heaviest one. The banana is heavier than the pen or pencil. The next one was a piece of pasta. Now we said this was going to be lighter again, so we'll put it in. Oh, has anything happened? Nope. Again, the pasta is lighter than the banana. Let's try our last item, our ball pull ball. Put that in. Again, it's lighter, isn't it? The banana was the heaviest of them all. So it was heavier than the pasta. It was heavier than the pen. And now it's heavier than the ball because it's down at the bottom. Fantastic. Let's have a look again at our next slide. Okay. Let's see. Right, who do we have now? Let's have a look. We have Miss Cooper. Miss Cooper has one book. Let's look at the items below and can we decide which items are heavier than the book and which items are lighter than the book. Okay, so she has got a pencil, a piece of pasta and a ball. Okay, so do we think the pencil is going to be lighter or heavier than the book? I think the pencil is going to be lighter, so I'm going to move it to our lighter circle. I also think the pasta is going to be lighter than the book and the ball, because our book did weigh quite a lot when we did it earlier. Shall we double check to see if we are right? Let me get my scales back out. And I've got my pasta, my ball and my pencil and my book. Let's have a look. There we go. So I need to get my book. And I'm going to put that at this side. Oh, it's very heavy, that book, isn't it? So I'm going to try and put my piece of pasta in first. Let's see what happens. Nothing moves, does it? Because the book is heavier than the pasta. It is down at the bottom. Let's try the next one. Our pen. Okay, let's put our pen in now. Again, nothing happens because the pen is lighter than the book. The book is still the heaviest, it's still at the bottom, weighing it all down. Next was our ball. Okay, let's put the ball in. Has anything changed? Nope, because again, the book is the heaviest one and the ball is lighter, so that stayed at the top. Well done. I'm just going to pull them all out and we've got, see what is next. Let's have a look. I'll share my screen one more time with you. So let's see who is next. Well, let's have a look. It's Mrs. Roberts. Mrs. Roberts has one wooden brick. Look at the items below, which are heavier than the wooden brick and which are lighter. Oh, now let's have a feel of this wooden brick. It's only a little one that I've got, so I do think it's quite light. So when I look at the book, I know from previous weigh-ins that the book is heavier because it was the heaviest one out of all the items so far. And I think the ball might be lighter. So I'm going to move the ball into the lighter side. These are my predictions. And this is my pasta. So I think the pasta again is going to be lighter because it doesn't weigh hardly anything, my pasta. Shall we double check to see if we are right? Let's go back onto our screen and double check. So we need a book, a ball and a piece of pasta. Oh, my ball seems to have wandered off somewhere. There we go, it's rolled away. We've got it here, let's check. Oh, my screen doesn't want to work now. There we go, back on here. Can you all see me? Fantastic. So this is my weighing scales. So Mrs. Roberts had a wooden brick. So I'm going to put my wooden brick in. Oh, it does go down, doesn't it? It is quite heavy, but it hasn't got anything in this side to compare it with yet. So let's see. Can you all see that? Let's move it down a little bit further. Okay, we'll start by putting the ball in this side. So let's have a look. Oh, it moved a little bit, but can we see that the brick is still heavier than the ball because it's down at the bottom, it weighs more, so the weight has gone down. And this is the lightest one because the ball is up. Okay, let's check the pasta piece. Now we do think this pasta is the lightest one, so let's try it. Again, the brick is still heavier than the pasta. Okay, let's try one more. And it was the book, wasn't it? So let's put the book on. Oh, what's happened now? The book has made it go down, hasn't it? So the book is heavier than the brick. The brick in this case is the lighter one. It's the lightest out of the two. Okay, so let's go back onto our screen and see what we are to do next. Okay. That was a lot of changing, swapping and changing, wasn't it? Right, so this now says, let's get busy in the provision. Now, I know you're at home, but you can have a go going around your house, feeling the weight of different items. If you've got any Play-Doh, you can make different balls of Play-Doh and practice putting them on the scales at home. Maybe if you've got any weighing scales, normal ones, you can see how much they weigh and if the number is bigger or smaller. You could even have a go at just feeling them in your hands, okay? Or if you're really creative, you can have a look at this picture below at the bottom, and this is like a homemade weighing scales and got two buckets and a stand, but you could also use a hanger. If you've got a clothes hanger, you can balance them on there. So have a go and see what you can do. If you can't do that, don't worry, because on your home learning pack there are some sheets all about different weights and you can have a go at them instead, okay? And finally, to finish with, we've got this quick question and it says, which is the heaviest and how do we know? So we're going to look at the balancing scales and we can see this side here is down and this side here is up. So I think this side here is the heaviest, okay? This side because it's showing me that it's gone down. And also I can see that there are more items there and there is only one item there. Okay, so we can see this is the heaviest side and this is the lightest side. Okay, right, I hope you all enjoyed that activity. You all had a really good try. I know it's really tricky when you're at home, but have a good go around your house now and weighing different items, even if you're just holding them like I've said before. But again, don't forget your home pack from school on a Friday, and if you do any work, take a photo of it and send it into my work at diamondwoodcommunityacademy.co.uk, and then we can see that work, and also you get some dojo points for giving it in. So good luck everyone, and I will see you very soon. I hope you enjoyed this video.